Well, this is a hybrid operating room, and it's commonly thought of as half operating room, half cath lab.
Yeah.
That's actually incorrect. It's all cath lab and all operating room.
Okay.
You can do everything here, and that's why it's so big. So visionary programs, build them big and build them versatile, because this procedures we'll be doing here in a few months, I couldn't even imagine 10 years ago. So we don't know what we're going to be doing in 10 years.
I was asked that question by a very intelligent reporter from the Gazette. Is she still here? She's very intelligent. So she asked me, she said, so what's going to be happening in 10 years? And I said, you got to ask Dr. Snider that.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, because what's happened in the last 10 years? Give an idea, you know, just as
Well,
somebody...
just for where we are now, currently, we just saw a man in the office who last week came in with an abdominal aortic aneurysm. We did this procedure in the old operating room, and it was kind of a struggle bringing radiology machines into the operating room. But this is a fellow that had an abdominal aortic aneurysm that was probably going to rupture soon. And when I started my training, and that was a while ago, but you know, not that long ago, that was an incision from here to here. That was a couple days in the ICU, a week in the hospital. Things went well in a 6-week recovery period. So we did the procedure last week. Rob and Adrian are my physician assistants. I couldn't do anything without them. And we did this, and we still shake our heads. He had no sutures. He had pinholes in his groin, and he went home the next day. He wanted to go home that day, and we just saw him now, and he never even took a pain pill.
Yeah.
So it's startling what we're able to do with these minimally invasive. But it requires a big room to have a little incision.
I said that the smaller the incision, the bigger the equipment. Right?
Absolutely.
Which
It's
is
all
kind of-
about imaging platforms and things like
Yeah.
that. So we're moving towards doing that same type of procedure for people with a narrowed aortic valve. That's called TAVR, transcatheter aortic valve. They will come in this room, and there's a machine over here. This is called a pheno. It spins around the patient and will give us a virtual 3D CAT scan while we wait. The patient stays still. Then we can measure in 3D how big it should be. And instead of going with an open chest operation and putting them on the heart-lung machine when we stop their heart, stop their lungs, this, in best case scenario, can be done through a small catheter, almost like I just described for this aneurysm. Put the valve in, and those people can go home 1, 2, or 3 days later and do quite well. It's not for everybody. We'll still do the open procedures as well. But particularly for some of our older, more frail people, it's been a game changer.